He should know about it now, not moving his rifle squad, so his attention is elsewhere, now capping the south side, south VP, claiming the south side of the map. Romrock player now trying to go for the north VP with one Volk squad. And here comes a push again from the US player. Ranger squad, few rifles, and a flaming engineer squad. Going to do a quick time synchronization. I'm at 26 minutes at the 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. And here comes the push from the US player. Going to decide to go up the middle instead of a flank this time. And I hear more artillery coming in. Going to try to fire on that bunker. Not going to catch any squads actually. Almost hitting that MG, but it should be safe now. And oh no, the MG squad pins all these rifle US player in that road right there, and the motor is firing on them as well. So he's keeping the US player you have to stay mobile while the motor is firing on you, or else it's going to get a great hit on you, and that is not good at all. So he is trying to move out again, but that's the same spot where he was pinned before. I'm not sure why he went over there again. And oh no, man, something caught on fire there. What was that from? I can't. Huh. Usually that's from like a nebula or something. There's no nebula. I'm not sure what that was. If somebody knows what that was, please tell me. Because it caught on fire, did a lot of damage to the US squads, and now he's forced to retreat. Once again, Howitzer only has 2 kills really. Did force the Romrock player to retreat a little bit, but the US player he hasn't been able to take advantage of that because he's just been beaten back so many times. And now he's retreating, reinforcing once again. He just can't get too greedy, because if you get too greedy, you're going to take too many hits, may lose a squad, too much damage, and then you'll slowly start to just fall further and further back. Firing artillery once again into the middle here, trying to take out that medic bunker. But really, I would save it for the initial fights, because taking out this bunker hasn't worked out very well. The Romrock player could easily just build a bunker in another position, as it's taking a long time to take out this medic bunker, and you don't see too many grenadiers out. I don't think I've seen any zombie grenadiers coming out there. Maybe one came out, I'm not too sure. But here on the top left side, US player making a push. One rifle squad, one ranger squad. Not a huge push, but actually that is a good chunk of his army. Rifle squad here capping the right side as well. Romrock player repels that easily, so he's making a push from the left side, but Romrock player just has so much. He has MGs, 3 MGs, a motor squad, a crap ton of folks and grenadiers, and now really he has the capping power and could happily hold this middle and then creep out and start capping the sides as well. Maybe even push out to the right side and pin the US player into his base, as he has so many MGs, and then just force him to come around and then just start taking those VPs down. More artillery coming in here, firing onto the church. We'll not take that MG out. We do have a veterancy for, what do you call it, support squads, perhaps mortars, MGs, pioneers like that. So one veterancy for that, and triple veterancy for your regular squads here. And man, US player does have both VPs, so he's definitely doing what he has to do to keep himself in the game. But it's slowly rolling downhill. You just cannot claim that middle spot. And if the middle is very important, I know it doesn't have many high points, but you claim the middle, you have access to the left, access to cut off your opponent, and then you have like freedom to go to the right side and cap VPs. Pretty much gives you that freedom to move around and whatnot. So here, the howitzer does. Oh, we have a second howitzer coming in. So this may be what he needs to break that middle. Just bombard the hell out of the middle and kill a few squads, force squads retreat, and then move in. with your infantry, as he hasn't lost too many squads here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squads, so that's a decent sized army. If you can force these MGs to get out, as they are stationary, then he can move in and claim it. Let's see what happens here. One howitzer firing. Where are you landing? Here in the oh, hits a Volk squad, kills 2 guys there. Now it's down to 2 guys. Still targeting that medic bunker. I really think he should target the MGs and mortars, as he doesn't have too much luck with this medic bunker. You see he's repairing it. Ooh, hits the Volk squad again. He is reinforcing from there, and usually artillery doesn't hit in the same spot. Oh, and now the Vermont player, as I said, is pinning the US player for sure into his base, as he has 1 MG squad right outside his choke point. And I don't see that sniper really. Sniper would really help right now for those MGs. 1 Volk squad here, gonna catch an AT gun out in the open. AT gun hasn't really been able to do much. The Vermont player doesn't have any vehicles. Well, now he can, as he has a Panzer Command and a Panzer coming out now. That is going to be really annoying for the US player, as he wasn't had a hard enough time dealing with the infantry. Throwing a tank in there, and now that's going to suck. Nice one. Not sure, must have been that little fight in the middle. I wasn't really paying attention. And ooh, and the MG squad pinning the engineer squad once again. Not sure what he's trying to do here, as the moment he steps out here he's going to be suppressed. Maybe try to brute force this. There he goes with his rangers. Just run to the side and throw a grenade and just start peppering them. Needs to retreat the engineer squad. There he goes. The mortar squad firing on them. Forces the MG to come out, so easily breaks that small little contain there, and now he can push out. But Panzer's out. Oh, an artillery firing into the middle takes care of a mortar squad. Great job there. More artillery firing in here on the right side. Oh, and catches the Pioneer squad with the flaming upgrade. So now these howitzers are hitting their target. Getting their target there. Panzer doing their damage to the Ranger squad. Ranger squad also doing quite a bit to the Panzer, so not sure he's going to come out there. Probably the Panzer, as the bazookas aren't that great. They're not like recoilless rifles. Those do a lot of damage to squads, or to tanks and vehicles and whatnot. But in the middle here, the only fight really is against these 2 squads. Here on the top side, north side, rifle squad trying to do a flank, but MG's there. Everything's there just to repel that. Gonna retreat. VP's 241, the 178. And a grenade onto that AT gun. Need to keep that AT gun alive for that Panzer. That's the only thing, like, officially keeping that tank back, as he has armored. Oh, and takes out the AT gun, as he has armored piercing shells and whatnot. Now he retreats the Grenadier squad. Great move right there. And now the tank is moving in, as it knows the AT gun's going to may try to reman this AT gun, and he does, but it's a little too late. Oh, and he has the AT gun up here in the north. Oh, it's a rear shot and a sticky. Maybe he'll take this out because the damage engine and the AT gun here, and they're gonna chase it down. Gotta chase it down, chase it down. Come on. May try to wait for it to go outside that bush to see that rifle squad to move up to the spot for it. No, he's gonna retreat. Does not get it, as the Volk squads are coming in from the north to save that tank, and gonna take out the AT gun as well. So the Vermont player is great. No offense to the US player. He's been doing what he needs to do to try and keep himself in this game, capping while he's fighting and whatnot. But this is really great defensive play, using that defensive doctrine so well. Artillery again firing, hits that MG squad that has triple veterancy. I never see that too much. The only time I really saw it was when pile spam was. Pile spam still is terrible, but it used to be. Yeah, they would get veterancy for their pioneers, spam pioneers, and it's just ridiculous, especially for British players. But anyway, here trying to repair that Panzer in the near the +5 fuel. 2 Volk squads trying to protect the Pioneer squad. Pioneer squad's actually not repairing it. A little bit of mismicro, misclick, or something like that. Should realize that soon, as engineer squads are coming in. Ooh, takes a nasty shot from the Panzer. Panzer's like, repair me, why aren't you repairing me? Trying to hold these guys off here as Volk squads and Grenadier here. Ranger squad coming in here. Oh, and drops artillery. Will he get out? Here comes the artillery. Oh no, Panzer should be able to get out there. That second shot was pretty close. Oh, and he does get the Panzer. And so that paid for itself. And now the US player has 2 AT guns. Not much for those AT guns to do. Maybe have spent a little too much on them, as this Vermont player is mainly an infantry heavy fight. Now Howitzer's firing into the middle. Where are you firing? Oh man, takes out 2 squads there. Oh, hits the MG that's setting up. Watching both these artilleries firing, and this is awesome. Here, one firing to the medic bunker, one firing in the middle. Hits the MG squad one more time, and it should take it out, but there it goes. Takes out an MG squad. That's what he needs. Now we have an awesome one coming out. So he does have 2 AT guns. As long as he can keep those alive and get a good angle. As look at this middle, it is practically gone. The graveyard is no longer a graveyard. It's worse than a graveyard. There's nothing there. So there's nothing really, no green cover to hide behind there. And now this strong group of Grenadiers and 1 Volk squad with MG42, MP40s taking on this Ranger squad and an AT gun trying to hit something. Here, really, this would be so great for artillery, but it was just used, so it is definitely on cooldown. Engineer squad coming in. This may be the turnaround he needs, as he can get it on those MP40s to force them back there. Come on. Oh no, the MP40s are focus firing that engineer squad. Force retreat. No, and kills the engineer squad. And now these AT guns are like, uh-oh, nobody's here to protect us. AT guns gonna run directly into this MP40 squad here, and probably gonna get taken out for sure. At least he does save 1 AT gun. And he just has so much of a hold here. Gonna do another time synchronization at 38 minutes, 20, 21, 22, 23. Oh, sorry, that was a mistake. Let me do that again. 38 minutes, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. Okay, and I was looking at the artillery, and he took out a motor squad. There's lots of artillery everywhere. Vermont player is still holding the middle of those 2 MGs, so VPs are getting pretty low. If you can get like a awesome artillery to fire on these 2 MG squads, force them out, and then push out with his infantry, and hopefully win the Volks, Grenadiers versus the Rifles and Rangers fight. But he does remand a 3rd MG. He does have an awesome one back here, a bike, just to be that little annoying little bike. And oh, okay, we have, let's see, he goes off map reinforcement. So he got 1 MG, an M8, and a Hellcat. I don't think it's gonna do much, to be honest. An MG, okay, you need to set it up to do anything, but he's got 3 MGs. Really, you're on the attacking. MGs can be used for attack, of course, but he just has so many MGs, which is the like meat of this army, is what's holding the US player back. And it would have been better if he got a sniper or something. So an M8 is great, but his let's see, he doesn't have any AT guns actually. So M8 is great. I can't find any Shrek squads really. It's the MG42s, MP40s, MGs, 1 Ostwin. Ostwin shouldn't kill the M8, and he has a Hellcat. So yeah, let's see what he can do here. Pushing in the north, gonna cap that VP here, as the VPs are very, very low. But the Vermont player knows this, and it's gonna go for the south VP to